Welcome inside Alumni Stadium, everybody. My name is Mike Petraglia, and this is the Alumni5, brought to you by Greats.com, your online source for great-looking shoes. Use my promo code TRAGS, T-R-A-G-S, for a 15% discount on all items online. That's Greats.com. The Boston College Eagles took on the number 16 Virginia Tech Hokies, hoping to get some revenge for last year's 49-0 embarrassment down in Blacksburg, Virginia. And while Boston College was not embarrassed here on Saturday night, they still lost the game, falling to 0-3 in the ACC and 2-4 overall. The final score, the Hokies 23 and Boston College 10. We start with the Alumni5, brought to you by Greats.com, with point number one, a stellar night for both Zach Allen and Harold Landry, the two stud defensive ends of the Boston College Eagles defense. Were outstanding, really holding Virginia Tech in check for most of the night until Virginia Tech eventually wore the Boston College Eagles down and took advantage of some short fields to convert some late field goals to really put this game out of stretch. The stats for Zach Allen and Harold Landry tonight just jump off the page at you. First of all, Zach Allen, 14 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, 1 sack, and 1 pass deflection in the first quarter that looked like it may be a momentum changer early in the game. A pass deflection that led to an interception, setting the Boston College Eagles up in great position at the Virginia Tech 25-yard line. But Colton Lichtenberg missed on a 40-yard field goal wide left, and that opportunity went by the window, or went by the boards for the Eagles, and they could not take advantage of that. And after the game, Steve Adazio said that can't happen. You can't be given opportunities and not take advantage of them when you're playing the number 16 team of the country. As for Harold Landry, he had 3 more sacks here on Saturday night. He has had, again, a tremendous last couple of weeks after starting off the season a little bit on the slow side, taking 3 games or so to collect his first sack of the year. Harold Landry is starting to come on strong, and the Eagles obviously need him. He did suffer a bit of a scare midway through, actually early in the fourth quarter. He came out of the game after his 3rd sack, limping off the field. He went to the sideline, went to the training table, had his right ankle retaped, and went back into the game, so it wasn't that serious. But after the game, the Eagles said they would not update officially his medical condition and his availability for next Saturday in Louisville until the middle part of next week. So we'll have to stay tuned to see whether or not Harold Landry will go next Saturday or if he is at full strength. But again, he was not asked about that ankle injury after the game. Point number 2 is the performance of Anthony Brown, the Eagles' redshirt freshman quarterback, here on Saturday night. Obviously, he's got some growing pains to go through, and he went through them here on Saturday night. His final numbers, just 7 of 19 on the night for 73 yards, and really he had a rough time staying in the pocket, getting comfortable in the pocket, and it was a hard night for Anthony Brown to get comfortable, and you could see it on some overthrows in that first quarter when the Eagles got the ball at the 25-yard line of Virginia Tech. He had Tommy Sweeney open for a touchdown on a post pattern and missed him. And again, Steve Adazio said after the game that can't happen, and Anthony Brown was just a little bit uncomfortable. Again, the actual final numbers for Anthony Brown in this game, he was 13 of 30, 166 yards, and he had a long pass of 32 yards over the middle in the first half that led to a field goal for the Boston College Eagles. But again, Anthony Brown looked a little bit uncomfortable, also running around in the end zone. In the third quarter, he had the chance to find an open receiver on the right sideline, but did not give the receiver long enough to get open on the right sideline, threw short, and the Boston College Eagles had to punt from deep in their own territory, giving the Hokies a short field to take advantage of, and they did with a field goal on the night for Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech's kicker had a fantastic game as Joey Sly converted on a 29-yard field goal after that short field given to the Virginia Tech offense. Joey Sly in this game became Virginia Tech's all-time leading scorer with 376 career points, passing Shane Graham. Point number 3 on the night, the special teams for Boston College had a very good night in terms of punt coverage, but they did not have a good night when it came to some clutch moments. We already mentioned the Colton Lichtenberg 40-yard missed field goal wide left. They also had miscommunications on a punt deep in Boston College territory when Virginia Tech had fumbled the ball. As it turned out, Virginia Tech recovered. But before the snap, they had an illegal formation, which is very unusual, and Steve Addazio said that is something that cannot happen on special teams, especially with a punt deep in your own territory. But in the first half, the punt team had a very strong performance in coverage, getting downfield, tackling Virginia Tech deep in their own territory, and really giving the Boston College defense a chance to get set up and in comfortable position and win the field position battle, which for the most part they did for the first 2.5 quarters until Virginia Tech again wore down Boston College. Point number 4, third down conversion. Steve Addazio, one of the first things he said after the game here on Saturday night, when you go 2 for 15 on third down, you're not going to have a very high success rate, and that was the case for Boston College on this evening here at Alumni Stadium. You cannot convert just 2 of 15 third down opportunities and expect to beat the number 16 team in the country, and they did not. And the fifth and final point, Steve Addazio really coming to the defense of his program, himself, and his players. He was asked after the game pretty much point blank, when can fans expect Boston College to start executing at a higher level, both on third down, in special teams, quarterback play? And Addazio got a bit defensive, and he said, look, I know what you're getting at. I love this team. It will turn around. I don't have a stopwatch on it. I can't tell you exactly when that's going to be, but it will turn around. I love the way these guys play the game. And to Addazio's point, Boston College Eagles played very hard here on Saturday night. They just made too many mistakes and didn't take advantage of the opportunities when Virginia Tech presented them to them, and that was the difference in this game on Saturday night as Virginia Tech escapes with a 23-10 victory over Boston College. Next up, it certainly doesn't get any easier with the Louisville Cardinals and another Jackson quarterback, Lamar Jackson, at the signals for the Cardinals, and that will be at Papa John's Stadium in Louisville. That is a very tough mountain to climb for Boston College. Again, BC falls to 0-3 in the ACC. After Louisville, they have another road game in the ACC at Virginia, then a home game on Friday night, October 27th, against Florida State. The final again here at Alumni Stadium. It was Virginia Tech 23, Boston College 10. This has been the Alumni 5, powered by Greats.com. Be sure to visit Greats.com and use my promo code TRAGS, TRAGS, for a 15% discount on all online items. Inside Alumni Stadium, I'm Mike Petraglia, and this is the Alumni 5, powered by CLNS Media.